Good evening, everybody. Tonight I'm going to be making chicken and dumplings, and I'm going to make my own dumplings from scratch. I'm going to do the dumplings first, so I'm going to, because I have to let that rest, so I'm going to move my chicken out the way. I'm going to get a bowl here, and I have my recipe for the dumplings, which is going to be 2 cups of flour, 1, 2, and this is all-purpose flour that I'm using. 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1, 2, 1 teaspoon of salt, and we're going to mix this together. Give that a good mix. I'm going to cut in 2 tablespoons of butter. Got my butter here. 2 tablespoons of butter. And 1 cup of buttermilk. Got that in there. And we're going to give this a stir. Get that butter in there. Get that butter mixed in there. And this is going to be crumbly. I might need to do this with my hands to make sure that butter is all in there. Let me just get my hand in there. And make sure everything is incorporated. And this is really sticky. I'm going to get a little bit more flour on this. So I got my dumpling batter mixed up, so I'm going to let this rest. I want to season the chicken. I'm going to put some black pepper, some Italian seasoning, some ground ginger, some onion powder, some garlic powder. I think I'm going to use the rest of that. Some oregano, that's enough. Some parsley. Adobo. Some salt. All right. I'm gonna marinate that. Get that going in the chicken. Get all the seasonings in there. We got all the seasoning on the chicken, and these are chicken thighs that I'm using. I'm gonna put that to the side. I'll rinse off my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm gonna cut up some celery. I have some carrots here. I'm gonna put the rest of this butter, which is about half a stick. Get that in there. turn that on. I'm gonna cut this celery. Cut it down the middle. Now I'm gonna get this cut up and I'm gonna put this in the pot. So I got that cut up. All I did with the carrots was took them out the package and put them here. So I'm gonna get them in the pot. Get that going. In a minute, I'm gonna add the chicken broth and the cream of mushroom soup. But I'm gonna add some garlic and some ground ginger, some minced garlic and minced ginger in this pot. Add that in. A lot of garlic. You already know. Get that stirred around in there. And I'm going to let that sweat in here for about a minute or two. I'm going to let that go before I put the chicken broth and the cream, the chicken broth and then the chicken in. So I'll let that cook a little bit. Put the top back on and I'll be right back. While that's going, I'll make my dumplings. I'm just gonna pinch some off, golf ball size or smaller, like a ping pong ball size, I should say. The recipe says it can make 12, but we'll see how many they make. That's 2. That's a little bit too much. 3. That adobo, boy, is strong. It's in my throat. So I made 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16 dumplings. I'm going to put the broth in. All right. Pour the chicken broth in. And I'm going to put the chicken in. And I will let you see it. This is the carrots, the chicken, the celery. I'm going to let that boil for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And I'm going to add some water and the cream of chicken soup. And then we're going to start the dumplings. So it's been about 20 minutes. It's at a rapid boil. I poured half water in here. As you see, it's really boiling. And this was a 32-ounce chicken broth that I had put in there. I've just put half of it with water. So, add some water. And I put less than half. That was about 1 cup. I'm going to put in the cream of mushroom soup. Let me get a spoon. So I'm going to let that go another 10 minutes and I'll be back to put the dumplings in. So that has been about 35 minutes. So we're going to drop in our dumplings. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to put them all in. All right, I'm going to turn this down to, because it was been a little over medium, I'm going to turn it down to 4. no, 3. And I'm going to let that simmer. So we're going to let that simmer another 15 minutes. So I wanted you to see the dumplings in the pot. And they're looking really good. I'm going to leave it on another 15 minutes. That's been about 10. So I'm going to leave it on another 15 minutes and make sure that they're really done, because those were pretty big dumplings. So the dumplings have been cooking for about, I would say, 20 minutes now. The chicken is falling apart. The dumplings are almost, because I made some that were really big. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes. I tried one of the bigger ones and it was still like flour in the middle. So I'm going to let that go a little bit more. I'll let you see it. It's getting really thick in there. I turned up the fire a little bit and put it back on medium. So it's been almost 40 minutes with the dumplings, so it's almost done. They're almost done, so I'm gonna let it simmer in here, the bigger ones, and then I'm gonna go ahead and taste it and plate it up in about, I would guess, let's say another 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and try some. Like I said, the chicken has fallen apart. Look at that. Look at this. And we're going to try this. It is very hot. You just seen me take it out. And we're going to give it a try. See what it tastes like. That is delicious. I'm going to give it another try. Woo. How about that? Thank you so much for watching. Please click like and subscribe. And you all have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.